Hey, what's going on, family? This your boy, Pastor Damien, coming here today just to motivate you a little bit and just talk about for a few moments. Stop competing against others. Stop competing against others. Some of the lessons that I've learned from junior high that have led to now is I need to be the first on the field and the last off the field. The reality is, friends, we don't get to the next level in life and end up becoming a champion because we're always last in and first out versus being first in and last out. But I hear what you're saying. I've got limitations. You don't know my story. You don't understand my plight. You don't understand my pedigree. Listen, like I told you yesterday, you can make excuses or you can make progress, but you cannot make both, friends. If you want to get to the next level in life, in your career, in your marriage, whatever it is that you're trying to get done in school, whatever it may be, you got to, number one, stop competing against others and know that your biggest hindrance is not everybody else, but your biggest hindrance is you, my friend. You are the one who is stopping you from getting to the next level. Nobody has to trip us. We're oftentimes guilty of tripping ourselves. We are guilty of tripping over our own feet. We blame society. We blame the fact that we don't have this or we don't have that. And the reason I was able to climb the ladder at such a young age, become a dean by the time I was 30 and the vice president by the time I was 35 is because I didn't play the blame game. I could have sat there and talked about how my daddy wasn't in my life, how my daddy was in and out of prison as a child and he never reared or raised me. I could talk about how my mother did the best she could as a single mother. I could talk about how my mother died as a dope head here in the city of Dallas. I can talk about all of that, but those are excuses. My biggest competitor is me. I don't need to compete against other folks. I have to compete every day against the man that I'm staring at in the window, in the mirror. And there are those of you listening to me right now. You don't have to blame others. Blame yourself. Sure, life has been tough. Sure, in the words of Langston Hughes, life ain't been no crystal stair. Yes, you've struggled. Yes, you've had some setbacks. Okay. Are you going to make excuses or are you going to make progress? You cannot make both. You are your biggest hindrance. So you don't stop trying to compete against other folks when the real person you're needing to compete against is yourself. You, in the words of Mufasa to Simba, you are more than what you have become, my friend. You've settled. You've allowed life to bring you down. And so the first lesson that I've learned, that if I'm going to get to where I believe I'm called to be, I got to be the first one on the field and the last one off the field. The first one at work, the last one at work, the first one at school, the last one to leave school, the first one to be this, that, or whatever it is that I'm trying to get done. Friends, not only that, but the reason I ultimately became a two-time junior Olympic qualifier in the long jump is because I never got content. The moment you get content is the moment you start losing. Champions are never satisfied because I know I am capable of doing more than what I'm doing right now. If I was at church, I'll ask for a witness right there or amen right there. Because here is the reality, my brothers and sisters. Never settle for where you are. Never get content. When you get content, you become complacent. And when you become complacent, you are done growing. Don't do it. You're more than what you've become. You need to be the first on the field and the last off the field. So, and you can never become complacent. Friends, you got to read more. You got to study more. You need to see yourself as a champion before you ever become a champion. You have to see yourself as a success before you ever become a success. So simply, yet succinctly, friends, stop competing against everybody else, because the person you really need to compete against is yourself. Michael Jordan understood that. Kobe understood that. LeBron understands that. Shaq understands it. Emmitt Smith understood that. Michael Irvin understood that. And I'm only quoting these guys in Dallas Cowboys because that's my context and that's where I am. But Deion Sanders understood that our biggest opponent is ourselves, not everybody else. It's us. So I want to encourage you. Some lessons that I learned as a young junior high champion that have carried me over to life. Simply be the first on the field, last on the field. Became a junior Olympian because I understand, friends, that I'm more than what I've become. I'm capable of doing more than what I currently am doing. But then finally, don't become complacent or don't become content. Because if you become content, you will ultimately become complacent. And when you become complacent, you stop growing. You want to get to the next level? Follow those 3 lessons, and I promise you, you'll get there. This has been your boy, Pastor Damien. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Subscribe to this Facebook feed. Drop me a note at DamienWilliams33@gmail.com. And I'll holler at you later. Peace.